Revelation 4467 from the 26th of October 1948. Spiritual transmissions of blessings for the beings in the hereafter. The light beings are only rarely able to assert themselves insofar as they can persuade a human being to serve as a receiving device for direct transmissions from the spiritual kingdom. They are indeed constantly endeavoring to influence people mentally, but a vessel which opens itself to the emanations of these beings is rarely to be found, and therefore they then use every opportunity to express themselves through such an open vessel and are constantly close to it. As soon as a transmission takes place, the barrier between the earthly and the spiritual world has fallen, and countless beings are willing to listen to the spiritual instructions to earth, because this signifies a stay in the light, and the souls from dark or spheres of little light strive towards every ray of light which touches them beneficially. And thus a human being who has prepared himself as a receptacle for the divine spirit and is now in contact with knowing beings gives countless beings in the beyond the opportunity to expand their knowledge and thereby to mature in realization and to develop upwards. And these souls are eternally grateful for it. At the same time, however, the human being accepts brightest knowledge. He gathers spiritual goods which can never be replaced by better things. Therefore he is supported by all other worldly forces. The opportunity will always be created for him to maintain this connection with the spiritual kingdom. Knowing and ignorant beings stay close to him, yet forces which are well disposed will always instruct him, and souls which are willing will attend those teachings, and therefore every opportunity should be used to establish contact with the spiritual kingdom, for the blessing for these souls is often greater in the beyond than on earth, because earthly people are without faith and don't want to know about announcements from the spiritual kingdom. The light beings are constantly willing to impart their knowledge to people on earth and are therefore extremely happy when they are offered an opportunity through a person's will to have a teaching effect on him and through him on his fellow human beings. Their work in the spiritual kingdom consists of bringing light to the people entrusted to them who walk in spiritual darkness, that is, to impart true thought knowledge which proceeds through mental transmission but which requires the human being's will itself in order to be accepted. If a person is of help to them in that he encourages his fellow human beings to talk about spiritual topics and thereby opens their hearts to a certain extent, the light beings can then intervene and influence both the speaker as well as the listener and thus convey truthful knowledge to earth. Very rarely can direct transmissions through the inner word take place, but where the connection has been established the light beings are extremely active, and earthly as well as spiritually they stand by the receiver to support the spiritual work in every way. Yet they may never force the will to do so, which is why the human being may never be decisively influenced, but his free will must strive for and assert the connection with the spiritual world. But the blessing of such a connection is great, for although little success can be seen on earth, the countless souls in the beyond participate in the transmission and are eternally grateful to the human being who helps them to gain light, realization and knowledge. Amen.